absolve Domine, anima somnium fidelium defunctorum, ab omni vinculo delictorum, et gratia tua in succurrente, mediantur remade tumultionis, et lucis eterne beatitudine prie perflui.
Bonum vesperam, recipitat ad verbum sum, ipsi sit gloria nomineas ius, sanctitas Iesu gratia, prima et omniscia, et tibi
Tonight's
Tuisque
story,
benedicto.
Grand Marshal Emmerich has authorized what will be a 5-year crusade on Jerusalem, fighting against the heretics controlling the Holy Land, and to eliminate any of their heathen plans for jihad. High-ranking forces of the Templar Order will be meeting on Thursday at His Holy Grace's United Chapel to discuss a tactical strike as well as to get the blessing of His Holy Grace for the crusade. Among the talks, we'll be discussing the financial impact the crusade will have upon supporting nation economies, but also a plan for alms to those citizens who will be displaced and collecting a tithe to the nation who hosted the heretic forces in the first place. Officials are calling the crusade another victory in bringing His word to a godless region and ask neighboring nations for their cooperation. His Holy Grace, the Pope Alexander, first and only, addressed the congregation of God's chosen today at the Vatican, talking briefly about the goals of the crusade and the jihad of the heretics, filmed earlier in the day.
Children of Christ and the one true God, we will no longer tolerate the presence of heretics in our Holy Land. I have personally appointed Marshal Heinrich Grimaldus himself to lead our glorious night's charge into the very heart of the blasphemers. Blessed by the voice of God, I was shown an epiphany of our pending victory and reclamation of the Holy Jerusalem. This war may be long and bloody, but the heretics will fall by the grace of God Himself. Those who sacrifice their earthly existence in this act of liberation shall sit by His side in heaven. To the nation of Canaan, who chooses to stand idly by while heretics ravaged and defiled His most sacred of houses, doing as they please, God's wrath will be upon you, and their leaders will suffer justice and punishment so definite it will be a warning to all. So it has been foretold to me by God, and so it shall be. In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. God bless His warriors of the Knights Templar, and God bless His chosen people.
The full blessing can be found on His Word's website. The leaders of Canaan responded to the accusations of harboring jihadists, stating that they face hardships in both keeping up with the tithes as well as counteracting the heretic forces, claiming that they were not given sufficient funding in fighting the forces. His Holy Grace, the Pope Alexander, first and only, stated that they should have looked to God for guidance, and that their lack of faith will be judged. The fanatics, who are locally known as the Word of Abraham, are an extremist splinter group from heathen forces of Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. They released a statement last week on Good Friday saying that Jerusalem belongs to everyone and that the Templars will not be allowed to trespass on rightfully claimed soil. Grand Marshal Emmerich has asked that no one panic, and threats from godless heathens are hollow and have no protection from God. Thousands are volunteering for the levees en masse, preparing for the upcoming crusade, hoping one day to become knights themselves. Citizens have thus far shown approval of the crusade, hoping that with each of their actions, their crusade will be swift, with righteous wrath upon those who would stand against them. A local was quoted with, "To be in service of His Holy Grace is an honor in itself. I would gladly spill my own blood if it meant absolute victory. You can find your local Templar recruiting office on our website. Conscription will begin upon the first year of crusade. Service is mandatory. Objectors will be persecuted by the full force of his law. Coming up after the break is your neighbor, a jihadist sympathizer. Find out with these helpful tips from experts.